What's going on, guys? Skyle here, back with another video, and in today's video I'm talking to you guys about the AirPods Max and my review of it, or my mini review if you will, of this device after around 8 months of use. So for context, these came out around 8 months ago, in December, early December, and ever since I've been using them. So I wanted to give you guys my first impressions and my little overview of the device. A few things I want to talk about are the first impressions of the AirPods Max when I first got them, the sound quality, whether or not I think these are actually better than competitors like Bose or Sony, the noise cancellation and transparency modes, and see whether how they compare to other devices like the AirPods Pro, the Bose, other brands. Spatial audio, whether that works or not, and my impressions on it, my opinions on it. Battery issues, which is something that I've personally experienced. I know others have, so I'm going to discuss that a little bit. The price, and whether or not it's actually worth getting. I mean, at the end of the day, for 550 bucks, these aren't cheap. So the question is whether or not they're worth that much more than competitors. So let's get right into it. So focusing on the first impressions, the main thing that really surprised me was actually the build quality. So, forget all these add-ons that I have, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but the metal build is something that I didn't actually experience before in a pair of headphones. So I realized that there's other brands that use similar material like stainless steel. For example, Bose with the NC700s, they use stainless steel throughout their device as well as plastic on the ear cups. But again, a lot of the design is still stainless steel. But the main difference was the heft. So not only is this device filled with metal and then a silicone rim around here, but also it's just really heavy. So compared to something like the Bose NC700s, which is really the main device I'm comparing this to because that's the one I have access to most of the time, uh, the Bose NC700s feel like they're a feather compared to this. If you're in bed trying to relax, just enjoy the night, these are going to be pretty difficult to have on for long periods of time. I didn't find that issue with the Bose. Again, you eventually get used to it, so it takes me about a week or so to really get used to the heft of this device. But really after that, when I really started exclusively using these and not comparing this to the Bose, I really began to truly enjoy the experience. The sound quality is phenomenal compared to other devices in a similar price range. So, but yeah, the main thing is the build quality with a metal or aluminum build right here on the ear cups, a stainless steel telescoping arm, I believe is what they call it. If not, you can let me know in the comment section down below. I may be mistaken. But see, it's a stainless steel design right here, and then a silicone design right here. So I just take this off real quick, and I can show you guys. It's a silicone cover right here with a mesh design. So you can see through it, obviously. It's very comfortable. It does move. One thing that I was concerned about when I got these was whether or not these would rip over time or become, you know, less durable. But I haven't had any issues from what I'm seeing. It's been about 8 months now, if not a little longer, and I have not had any issues whatsoever with this. So this is one thing I would probably say is fine. Now, focusing on the ear cups, these actually have a very similar material to the AirPods, or rather not the AirPods, the HomePod. So if you've had the original HomePod, it's somewhat similar to this mesh feel. You can see here, it's like a fabric type design. Now, some people like this, some don't. In my case, I find I like it a lot, but it gets a little itchy over time around the sides of the ear, so around here. But again, for something like that, you could always replace it and put a silicone cover over it. This one's from Geekria, but there's a whole bunch of different ones on Amazon you could choose from. Again, other than the heft, it's a nice piece of, I would say machinery, but it really isn't a machine. It's electronic. It's very nice. You feel like you're getting your money's worth with this, and it better feel that way for 550 bucks. All right, so as you can see right here, there is absolutely nothing. Maybe a little scratch right here, but other than that, these are in pristine condition. And I haven't had these carbon fiber ear cups until just a few days ago. So that has no relation to the build quality of these and how it's held up over time. Now, I will say one thing I didn't like initially was the smart case. And as you can see here, I'm using a new one now. But this is the smart case. I mean, you know what some people have commented about it. It's not traditional. So my main issues with it as a student is that I'm worried about throwing it in my bag, mainly because don't want anything to happen to this mesh top. I am worried that it could scratch up or there could be issues with it down the line. So to prevent that, I'm using a new case, which again, if you want this one, I'll leave it in the description below. There's a whole bunch of them online you can choose from on Amazon in particular. But this one's pretty nice. It has a nice fabric design on the outside, or a nice microfiber feel to it. The inside is nice. It's a smart case as well, so you can put everything in there. A little area for your charging brick or your cables, whatever the case may be. It's nice. It's slim, compact. It's pretty great. Focusing on the sound quality, this is really where Apple is betting on you buying these things. So for $550, how do they stand up? In my opinion, compared to the Bose NC700s, which again, I apologize, I wish I can compare it to more options, but I know compared to the Bose NC700s, which are around $400, these are exceptionally better. It's not even close in my opinion. I know some people beg to differ on that, but I feel like the instruments are more separated, if you will, with these headphones. I feel like it's a more rich experience, more full of the sound overall. The bass thumps a little bit more, but it's not overpowering. It's a pretty nice balance. I mean, especially compared to something like the Beats Studio 3s, which I used for a while before these, and the Bose. It's a night and day difference. I mean, with the Beats rather, all you hear is the bass. With these, it's a nice separation of the instruments. So I would say for sound quality alone, these do have the upper hand compared to Sony or compared to Bose. Now, for context, I do listen to a lot of pop or rock music, but so this may vary a little bit because I know classical music is another option that people love with these headphones. But again, your mileage may vary. Some people don't think there's a huge difference between the Bose or the Sonys and these. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. I mean, I would say if you're an Apple user, this is something certainly you should consider. So focusing on noise cancellation and transparency mode. So if you can see this little button right here, this is how you toggle off between noise cancellation and transparency mode, as well as off if you choose to select that. In my case, I usually keep these on transparency mode. It's just my preference. I like being able to hear everything around me, especially when I'm doing schoolwork or whatever the case may be, doing actual work. I do like to hear my environment a little bit to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. But I think that works great. I have no complaints about that. I will say these do sound better with transparency mode than the AirPods Pro. So if you like the AirPods Pro transparency mode, this just sounds that much better, okay? I would say it's about 10 to 20% better. I feel like it's about as natural as you're going to get on a pair of headphones. Transparency mode on the Bose NC700s sound a bit robotic to me. And again, this may vary depending on who's checking it out, but to me, these sound way more natural. It sounds like I don't even have anything on my head. So these easily take the cake, or take the win, if you will, on transparency mode. Now, on noise cancellation, I would say it's a bit closer. So compared to the AirPods Pro, these just destroy them. I mean, it's kind of expected over your headphones versus in-ear. These do sound incredible with noise cancellation. It takes out a lot of that background noise. So even things like a television or something that's inconsistent, these work phenomenal. Now focusing on spatial audio, which is Apple's signature feature that they launched on the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max. For those that don't know what spatial audio is, it's pretty much where the sound goes around you. So kind of like when you're in a movie theater, when you watch a movie, you can hear sounds from all around the movie theater. It's a pretty nice experience. It sounds pretty great, but a lot of people are skeptical about whether or not Apple could do that on a pair of headphones. And I will say, I tried them on both the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max, and these easily, again, take the cake between the two. So if you like spatial audio and you think that's a huge feature for you, these may be a great option because it does give you that movie theater vibe. Now, focusing on the last really key area, battery issues. Unfortunately, this has been a consistent problem I've had since getting these headphones. I would notice that while in the smart case in particular, or in this case, it doesn't matter either one, the battery drain is significant. So while I'm using the headphones, no problem. It'll lose, I would say around 2 to 3% an hour. So not bad at all. Not complaining about that. The issue is when it's in the case. So initially, when you fully charge it, it seems like everything's fine. It goes down a little bit. But over time, you'll notice that the battery is going down faster and faster. So for example, I charged this to 100% last night. I have not used it since. And this is the battery level at it right now, 81%. That's not great. So it goes down 19% in the case. In about 24 hours, I have not used this at all. And I do keep it, again, like I said, I always keep it in the case. I'm not one of those people that leaves it out all the time. Uh, so again, your mileage may vary because I know some people have said it's phenomenal battery life. I know in my case, it's pretty much a mixed bag. I'm pretty much charging it a few times a week. Now, focusing on the price itself, it's been pretty much consistent since it came out back in December. However, recently it's been going down to around $499 in that range, $479 around there. I've seen it from Best Buy. So expect it to be around $479 to $499 recently for the price. So the question is really for $479, are these headphones worth it? And I will say, compared to the Bose, which is again $400, it's a less than $100 difference either way, right? So whether it's $479 or $499, it's about $100 difference. Is it worth $100 more to go with these? In my opinion, I would say if you're an Apple user, absolutely. I think the sound quality is exceptional. Noise cancellation is at least on par with the Bose NC700s. Transparency mode is significantly better. It has spatial audio, which Bose doesn't have. Integrates better with Apple devices. So again, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, works great. And again, just focusing on the build, it's just incredible. The metal design, aluminum design here, and then the high quality silicone right here. I will say it's an exceptional design. For less than $100 difference, I would say it's well worth it. Focusing on $150, where if you're getting it at the retail price of $550, I would say it's probably, I mean, again, these are better than the other options, but if you're just looking for a decent pair of headphones, these aren't worth it. If you're looking for something that's, again, pairs well with the iPhone or the iPad or the Mac, has incredible sound quality, exceptional sound quality, about as good as you can get for a pair of wireless headphones. You want the really good quality noise cancellation transparency modes. You want to try out spatial audio. Then I would say this is worth getting. I have no regrets over getting it. I've been using it pretty much every day. So, again, everyone has a different opinion, but I would say these are well worth it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I want to hear what your feedback is on the AirPods Max. If you're an owner of one or you're thinking about getting one, let me know why you got one or why you're thinking about getting one. I really want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel out a ton. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content just like this. And again, have any questions, let me know down below. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.